Hey everyone, it's a Crafty Crocheter back for another video. I believe this is episode 78, I think? I don't remember. But, says I have a video that is on my thing, but apparently I did not put it up. So, I'm just going to delete that one whenever I get done. So, before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you. I looked at my subscriber count this morning, and I have 332 subscribers. Every time I look at that and that number keeps going up, up, and up, I'm like, can't believe you guys all watch me. But, by the way, it is 10:47 p.m. I was going to film this a lot earlier, but we had a little bit of an episode. So, me and my grandma were cooking dinner for us, and I got in the fridge to get some milk out to make myself some chocolate milk. And I'm like, Graham, the milk isn't cold. And my pap got in the fridge today and said it was working fine. So she came over and she's like, yeah, it's cold. She got in to get in the freezer to get some cigarettes, and our ice was melting. It was just running down the inside. So that was about 5:30, 5:45. We got in our pickup truck. Of course, it was freaking pouring outside when we did all this. So we got in the pickup truck, went up to Lowe's, got a new fridge. I called my aunt to see if my uncle and my cousin could come down and help us take the old one out and put the new one in. Thank God for family, let me tell you. Because there was no way that me and my pap were going to get that big fridge into the house, just me and him. And my cousin, he's a big guy. He's not fat. He has a lot of muscle. He's very strong. Thank God for him and my uncle. They literally saved the day. Our new fridge is working fine. It's working great. But yeah, that was what we had to deal with today. Of course, my grandma goes to bed at 8 o'clock. It was 8:30, 8:45 when she finally went to bed. So yeah. So I have a lot of finished objects. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 finished objects to show you. And they're big. They're all shells, except for maybe like 3 or 4 of them. So I am going to do whips first because I finished pretty much all of my whips that I had last week. I finished them. And I started 2 new ones just today. Well, since I've been up here, and I've been up here since about 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, somewhere around there. So the first one I started, I am using, oh, look at that, cat fuzz, cat hair, cat ball for my yarn. Surprise, surprise. Are you guys surprised? I'm not. So I started a wrap. It's gonna go it's gonna be long, I guess, if I make it that long. I have problems with I start something that's gonna be a wrap and then I never make them into a wrap. So I got a new book, and I'll show that in my acquisitions. But I can tell you what it is. So I got a book. I love this shell stitch. So I got a book of just shell stitch things. So I started this one. This one is called the Fern Lace, and I am calling it the Fern Lace Wrap because the stitch is called Fern Lace, and I'm making it into a wrap, so I'm gonna call it Fern Lace Wrap. But yes, it is in the color, it's in the color navy, and this is the yarn that I got from the wonderful Jane from Scraptastic Yarns podcast. So I have 2 of these, so I'm hoping that 2 of them will make a pretty good size wrap. But yeah, that's that one. And I am using a 5mm. I have a question for you guys. So, I don't know why I threw that over there, but I'm gonna work on it. Hang on, my mom's texting me. So, scratchy throat all of a sudden. Excuse me. Sorry. I have no idea what that was all about. So anyway, what was I saying? Do you remember what I was saying? Because I don't. So, start that. I don't know if it's going to become a wrap or if it's just going to be a little blanket. Then I started, mark this off. Then I started this one, taking stitches out. Better put a stitch marker in there because knowing me, I don't have very good luck with keeping my stitches in unless I put a stitch marker in. So yeah, I put a stitch marker in. This stitch, I started another one, and it's gonna be called the piggyback wrap, which it has a stitch like this. You see that? I'm using 2 colors for this, and I'm using my stitch marker, Karen, from Happiness is Homemade, my little pirates one. But I am using mainstays for this one too. Jane gave me the royal blue, which is what I'm using at the bottom there. And then I had I think teal, but it's this color right here. I had that in my stash. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it to see if it's the same, but that's what this one looks like. It's very pretty. I like it. This one I'm gonna keep over here because I really like working on that one. It's a 2-row repeat, so that's the good thing. And that one over there is a 1-row repeat. So the next thing I'm going to show you, excuse me, I burped, is my finished objects. And like I said, I have a lot. I counted, I have 17, which is a lot. And I got all of them done except for like 4. Yeah, I had 4 in my basket before I went to my mom's. And it's either 3 or 4, I think. I think it might have been 3. Let's see. 1. Yeah, it was 4. It was 4. So I had 4 in my basket before I went to my mom's on Tuesday, because as you know, I had an dentist appointment. I have to go back on Thursday because I have like 2 or 3 cavities I need fixed. I have a sweet tooth. I'm sorry, I drank a lot of soda. I'm sorry. I'm not giving up my sweets, and I'm not giving up my soda. Just gonna put it that way. But anyway, so I had 4 in my basket before I went to my mom's. And then I finished the rest of them while I was at my mom's. And I was at my mom's Tuesday through Friday. So, the first one I'm going to show you. Well, let me get into something else. So, as you know, I donate to a church, and they do a lot of things with kids. So, I've been trying to think of other things that I can make for kids other than like amigurumis and things like that. And my little sock just came off. Excuse me. My feet are like icicles today, and I'm cold. I have my air on because it gets so freaking hot in here that it makes me want to throw up. Literally. If it's too hot in somewhere, I get sick. So as I was saying, I've been trying to think of other things that I can make other than like amigurumis and things for like little kids or kids in general. Other than like hats and the basic things. So I got looking and I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I bet a little girl would like a little bag to carry around. And as you know, I like variegated yarn, so I have a ton of yarn, as you can see all that behind me, and I like all that over there is full of yarn, and I have a lot. So I want to use it up. I want to use a lot of it up. I can't buy any more yarn for a while. I got my mom hooked on getting yarn now, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, so if you follow, I don't know if I ever showed you a bag that I've made before, but this is a variation of it. If you watch Lisa Happy to Hook Creations, her daughter Amanda is actually making a bag that I'm talking about. And the one podcast I watched, I think it was the one before last or the last one, or maybe 3 podcasts ago. It was a pink one that she made. I'm making mine. I made those before, but I'm making them smaller. And I got the main pattern from Emmy, maybe. She's Hectanuga, I think, or something like that. But anyway, I followed her pattern to make the big ones. But I just modified it to make this cute little bag. It's roomy. Definitely throw a lot of things in there. Like, I wonder if I can get all 3. Yes, I have 3 sodas up here. Let me see. Yeah, I can pretty much get all 3 sodas on there. But you can like fit like a book in there. Whatever you want. So what I did was, I don't remember how many I chained. I think like 16. Oh, there's one of my hairs wrapped in it. I'm surprised. So I chained 16 and then did 15 back and forth. I did 9 rows at the bottom here. And this is in the colorway Red Heart Super Saver Bright Stripes. And then I forgot my black yarn. Well, I didn't have any black yarn at my mom's. So we went to Michael's. And I wanted a book there. But it turns out the book that I saw there was not what I thought it was. So I got black at Michael's, and then I got my 2 books and some free patterns there. So I did 2 rows of double crochet in black, and then did 4 rows before I did the handle, and then the handles are made into the bag so that they're extra sturdy. And then I made the gusset, which you measure 2 sides. This one I usually measure all 3, just because I've had some bags that the sides aren't equal. So, but yeah, this is a little bag that I made. 2 sides completely different. The gusset was really, I thought I was going to get into the bright colors, but it turns out that it's like all the purple, and then you got the black on the bottom, and then it goes into a different purple, and then like a pink. I thought I was going to get like into like the orange and the 2 colors of orange and the yellow, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I just made a little bag. It's all single crochet except for you do like so many rows of double crochet, which I want it black to kind of break up the colors. But you could do it. I've done it with whatever color combination I really want to. You can. But yeah. And then I chained, I think, 22 for the handles. And then, so yeah. It's a little bag I made. Gonna make more of these. I think they would be really cute for a little girl. Now we get to the big pile of lips. And I have a lot. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is I finally finished my virus shawl. It is in the color blue. Oh, I'm leaning. Okay. This chair scares the crap out of me when I lean back. So I have the blue name mainstays and the white mainstays. And I think I'm trying to figure out how many. So I think it was this one right here, the stitch marker right here. So right here, that's how much I did from this finger to the end. So now that I have shown you this, I can take all of my stitch markers off because I had like a whole bunch laying here, and I had them all on this. So, but yeah, that's my virus shawl. And then my next one is this, my favorite shawl pattern, and I was gonna do more on it, but I also want to make some shawls for little girls. I think maybe a little girl at the church would definitely like a shawl. So I've been making small ones. And this is pink and blue. The pink is Arbor Rose and the blue is Clear Sky. They are the Impeccable from Michaels. So got that one. Here's 5 more stitch markers. This must be where they all are. Oh, yeah, here they all are. I had them on 2 shawls. So I finally finished my Navajo shawl. I made it for a little girl, or I guess it can be for an adult. But, I have a lot of stitch markers on this one, too. That's because I was counting. I was going to go to 60, row 65, but I changed my mind. So this is where all of my stitch markers probably went. Because I had to put one like every 10 rows. So, 2 more. Sorry, I just don't want to like put it in my bag and then like forget that I got them. Or forget that I have them on here. So yeah, the gray. Oh, I have one over here too. Sheesh. So the gray is Mainstays Gray, I think. And the purple is Karen 1 pound, I think. And then the rest of them. The rest aren't, there's a lot down there yet. So this is a granny triangle shawl. Sorry, my mom again. She panicked, I think, the last time when I didn't message her, so she panics a lot. But, so this is the Burnett Pop Paisley, and I pretty much just went until I ran out of yarn. So, there's that one. And then I made, okay, me and corner to corner do not mix. So, I don't know how you guys do it. You ladies that do corner to corners all the time. I can never get mine to equal up. I use the same hook, everything that I did for all my other ones. How do you guys get yours to be square or rectangle? Like, this is supposed to be a rectangle. It's not. One side is clearly hanging over the other side. How do you guys do it? Do you do like an even number of rows? Do you do an odd number of rows and then start decreasing? How? That's what I want to know. How do you get them to stay straight? And I've made several corner to corners, but I can't seem to get mine to go straight. Another one of my favorite shawls. This is 2 skeins I thought I had yarn label up there. Of Barcelona. It is huge. Okay, I'll fold it in half. Hopefully that'll help. So, I'm not even going to be able to get this all in this shot. Maybe if I do it this way. See how big that is? Like, that is huge. And that is in the Barcelona Peony colorway. I love Barcelona. Here's my next one. I thought I weaved it on my ends very well, but as you can see, there's one sticking out there. So this is just a little lapgan that I created. That corner to corner, I am going to mark it as a baby doll blanket. Because I thought maybe some of them would like a baby doll, their baby doll. I was never into the whole baby doll thing, but a lot of little girls are. So what I did for this one is I just did a double crochet foundation row, did 2 treble or triple crochet rows, and then one did double and then 2 triple and then double. So that's what this one turned out to be. So it is in a yarn that I got from Joann's, and I have a stitch marker on this one, and this is an, okay, I have 2 stitch markers on this one. This is the little, the V-stitch little blanket that I made. I was gonna make a wrap out of it, but I decided not to. It's just gonna be a little kid's blanket, I think. So that's what this one is, and it's made in the colorway Genie Mandala. Here's another Burnett Pop one. It is in the other, this is the other Paisley Pop one that I had. And it's my favorite shawl pattern, the Solid Triangle Shawl by Tea Time Crochet. Here's another one that I made. I used 1 skein of Bright Stripes, Red Heart Super Saver in the Bright Stripes colorway. And this is how it turned out in my favorite shawl pattern. Then I figured, well, maybe a little girl and her doll baby would want to match. So I made a tiny little shawl. And that pretty paper that I got like a couple weeks ago, I don't have it over here. I thought I did, but I don't. But anyway, I got some really, really pretty paper, like pinks and blues and greens and purples and stuff from Michael's. It was like a 50 pack for like $5 or something. And I got these stencils right here in this pack. And there's one on here that is going to be like perfect. Where is it? Well, there's a couple of them that I want to use for so what I'm gonna do with one of these stencils is I am going to write on it, like, for the church, definitely, because they might not know, like, what a shawl is, and a shrug, and a baby blanket, and a baby doll shrug, so I'm gonna do that. And then this is also a Burnett Pop. It is in the colorway Blue Blaze, just a bunch of different shades of blue. So I finished that one. Sorry, I have a lot down here, guys. I only have 4 more, and then we're done. This is also Barcelona. It's in the colorway Blue Ridge. I love how it's striped. And this is another granny. I also have another little blanket. It's upside down. It's in the mainstays green, and it's gonna be a baby doll blanket. It was that stitch that I seem to have made up. I don't really know if the stitch is around or whatever, but it looks like that. And I think I just made it up, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm saving my favorite one for last, and I have one more. And here's a little, like a little girl's shrug. or shawl, my bad. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I love the Barcelona, but I cannot find it at Michael's anymore. And I don't know about your guys' Michael's, but my Michael's moved a lot of stuff around. Like their yarn and stuff, like they have better signs. Now it's showing you like where the baby yarn is and the cotton, and they moved like the Karen cakes from where they were to a different place, and it was like all messed up. And this is my favorite shawl. I finished the butterfly shawl. It's going to be for a little girl. And I love how it's striped. It like striped perfectly. And this is in the colorway, it's a sweet roll, and it is the colorway peaches and cream. But I just love this. I just love it. So yeah, that is everything. I also want to show you the yarn that I got, because so we're done with finished objects finally, and I got some yarn the other day because I have one skein and I want to make something big out of it. So I got two. I haven't seen this color before at my Walmart. So I got two fairy mandalas. Two of them, they look completely different. And I also got, I have one of each of these, and I have a scuba. The Walmart that I went to did not have scuba, but they had these two. It's the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, and this is the color Spearmint. And I have one of these already, but I wanted another one to make a bigger project. And then I also got the Sea Coral one, which I'm not a fan of pink, but I definitely like this. So, and I love Fiber Spider's tutorials. So I'm planning on watching. He just came out with a couple of new patterns or projects or whatever. I have a whole mess of stitch markers over here. So I plan on, I'm just going to mark all of these off that I showed you because I did not want to do it one at a time. But yeah, I had a lot of lifts. Wow, only 28 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, so I guess the next thing I'm going to show you is I have more desk space because when my young one likes to lay on the desk with me, he takes up like majority of my desk. And I had this big basket full of pens and things, and it was really crowding when my youngest would be laying here with me, and I didn't have any room to like barely crochet. So what I did was I don't even know if it's over here. Oh no, I put it in here. I think. Okay, maybe I didn't. Here it is. So I got this package of things to hang things on walls. I got this at the dollar store. It comes with the nails, the little hooks, the eye hooks, wire. So I got that. And I took some of the nails, and I had these cups, or these I don't want to take it off the wall. Well, this one I can because it's just coming up. So I drink, I drink a lot of soda. So I have a lot. I cut them off. I wish I wouldn't have cut the bottoms off. I had to duct tape them, and they're not fancy, but they're only for me, so I really don't care what they look like. But I poked a hole in them, and I stuck them on my wall because I needed more space. And then I used 2 of the big hooks and pounded them in the wall, and that's how I'm hanging my stuff. Because, as you know, like I said, my youngest likes to lay in here with me, and when he's in here, we kind of don't have a lot of room. We don't have a lot of room when he's in here with me. When he's definitely laying over here with me, so I put them up. That way I would have more room. So now we are going to go into what I purchased at Michael's, which I got some of those free pattern samples that they have. So I got this one, Star Stitch Crochet Infinity Cow. So I got that one. That's what it looks like. Then I got this hat, and that's what it looks like. And then I got this blanket, which I don't know why I got this blanket, because I didn't really like it to begin with. Maybe if it had some pretty different colors, I might like it. But right now, I don't really. But whatever. So, get to my books. I got 2 books. And I'm going to show you this one first. So this is Baby's Buddy Amigurumi. It's crochet. And it is by Tamara Ramsey. By her. And it has these little guys on the back of it. It has a little doll. It has a bear. It has a lamb or a sheep. It has a bunny, and it has a cute little turtle, which I love the little turtle. And it has the dinosaurs that are in the front. They're on the front, not in the front, on the front. So I got that. I thought that was really cute. I've been wanting to make some dinosaurs, and I didn't really find any patterns on Ravelry that I really liked, but I got that book for the dinosaurs. Then I got this book, and shell stitches are one of my favorite stitches to use in blankets and wraps and stuff. So I saw this book at at Michael's, and I've been wanting it for a while. But I was like, oh no, I don't really want that. And the book that I saw previously, the one that I really wanted, was actually, I thought it was crocheted animal backpacks for like little kids. And I was gonna get it because my mom wanted to go somewhere, and I said, well, hey, I want to get that book at Michael's, so why don't we just go there? And we ended up going to Chick-fil-A, and she got something to eat. I wasn't hungry. So we went to Michael's. I went in while she sat out in the car and ate. And then I realized that the book that I wanted was actually sewed backpacks, and I don't do that. So then I was looking around at the books, and my mom says, no yarn, only the black that you need. So I'm like, okay. And they had the Impeccable and the Charisma yarn on sale for $2, and I so wanted to get some, but I was like, no, if I come out with more yarn than what I went in for, I knew my mom's gonna kill me and my grandma's gonna kill me. So anyway, I got this book, and I can't really show you because there are like 4 to a page, or there's 2 to a page, and they're like crossed. They're like one here, one here, one here, one here. But so I was gonna go through and mark all of the ones that I like, and it turned out that on the first 4 I liked, and then I went to the second page and I liked those 4, and then I went to the third page and I liked everything on page 4. I liked everything on page 5. I liked everything on page 6. So I'm like, maybe I could just do something with like each stitch. That way, you know, I'll be happy because I seem to like everything in there. And then I started that fern lace one earlier today, and then I started this one like a little bit ago. This one here. So I'm like, Yeah, I just need to, because I don't have any whips right now. All of my whips that I had are caught up, I think. The only thing I haven't done is sewed the spots onto, or glued the spots to my mushroom that I made last week. But, now we're gonna get into, I got a Happy Meal, or Happy Meal, I guess, not a Happy Meal. Happy Meal. Okay, so I got Happy Meal. I got a card from Darlene. She follows me on Facebook. I think her last name is Hill. She follows me on Facebook. She follows me on Instagram. I finally got your card. Karen, I have not checked the mail today, so I don't know if your card is in the mail. It might be. Our mail lady, she kind of goes whenever she wants to. Our old mailman used to go between 1:30 and 2:30. Not this one. This one can go anywhere between 1:30 to 6 o'clock. I guess whatever she really feels like. So I got your mail. I got your card. Thank you for my stitch markers. And I am going to show them. I took them out and looked at them. And I put them back with the card so that I would know where they're from. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm just going to read your card. I hope you don't mind. It says, "Thank you, Liz, for all you do for others. It is a great joy watching you all the time. I hope you get some use out of the stitch markers I made for you. Now, wasn't that worth the wait? Hope your day was great. Sincerely, your friend, Darlene." And it's really cute. It's such a cute card. I'm going to reorganize my thing up here. And I'm going to put all of my birthday cards that I have gotten from you, from everybody. So thank you so much for sending me cards. You don't, just because it was my birthday does not mean you have to do it just on my birthday. If you want to send me a card for, saying thank you for, whatever, or just a chit chat, I wish we could go back to how it used to be. I wasn't around then, but I wish people would go back instead of texting all the time on the phone. Yes, I'm 27. I text, but I wish people would still write letters to each other. You write me a letter, I'll write one back to you. Let's just put it that way. You write me a letter one of these days, I will write back to you. I wish a lot more. I wish it would be that way with a lot of things. I think nowadays everything's technology this and technology that. I just wish people would take time out of their day just to write me like a thank you for showing all my projects, or just something nice, So thank you, Darlene, for the card. And I'm going to show you the stitch markers that she sent. I want to know where you got these big lobster clasps from, Darlene. Because all I see is the little tiny ones. And they're hard to get on your hands onto. It's hard to push that little button. And I like these big ones. So she sent me this one. And she made these herself. So it has a little tassel. And then has a little wooden crochet hook. Which I thought that was so cute. A little crochet hook. And then she sent me this one, and it has a blue gem on it, which that's my favorite color. It's a little safety pin. Isn't that cute? Stop shaking. There we go. And then she sent me this one. It has a little button hanging on it. And if you watch all my videos, you know that I have a problem with buttons also. She also sent me this one. It's a little tiny pair of scissors with a rose and a flower, which, okay, I guess I'm showing the flower the right way. So there's the rose. And then she sent me this pretty one with a dragonfly. Stop shaking. There we go. So yeah, thank you, Darlene. Now that I have shown them, I can put them to use. I'm going to lay them on my desk, on my little stand thing that I have, because I will put them to use. I have a lot of cards I need to hang up anyway. So, that is it for this week. Wow, almost 41 minutes of me blabbing. A lot of that was probably showing my whips, or my works, or my finished object. I will get this eventually. So, that is it for now. I might do a crochet with me later today. Or tonight, I'm not sure. But I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you guys hopefully again soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. It is, I think, is it still? Yep, it's still Saturday. So I will have a great Sunday and have a great week, and I will talk to you guys again soon.